Okay, we're going to do a tutorial for the fire hands and the laser vision stuff. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to make a new project, and we'll call it fire hands and laser eyes. Okay, and we'll select the widescreen, although that's going to change in just a second. Okay, so here's my stuff, and I have to go get the footage, so I'm going to minimize this. And I'm going to go into my computer here, and I go to THS, Assignment Pickup, Art, Video Production Pickup, and I'm going to select the lasers and the fire hands footage here. I'm going to drag that onto the desktop, and I'm going to go inside of VFX, and I'm going to select these: dust puff, explosion, fire, blah blah blah, especially small fire, and drag that to the desktop as well. I'm going to go over to Premiere, and I'm going to import all those files that I just put on the desktop. Go to the desktop and find fire hands, all my explosions, and lasers, laser eyes. Click open. For this video, I'm going to start with the fire hands. So I can just drag this right into here and always click change sequence settings. Now what's interesting here is actually we're going to take the video portion of fire hands and we're going to put it up a level. We're going to put a picture here because we're going to get rid of all this blue space around there. So go to images on Google. And I'm going to type in a background, maybe Tartan High School. Okay. And let's see, this will be perfect. Okay. Right click, save image as. I'll put this on my desktop also. And then go back to here and import, file and import on the desktop that tartan picture. Okay, I'm going to take this tartan picture and put it into video track 1, and I can just stretch it to be the entire length. Now I need to get an effect that'll get rid of this blue screen. The effects that get rid of colors in video are called keying. So I'm going to type in key, and there's a lot of different options here. You can use the blue screen key, which will pretty much work automatically. Change the threshold to about 50, and change the cutoff here to 27. Now this is all in the Effect Controls tab in the center area. Now if you can't see this, go up to Window and go to Effect Controls, and that should pop it up. Now I also need to stretch out the video, the background here. So I'm going to click on my photograph layer in Video Track 1. I go up to Effect Controls, I open up Motion, and I'm going to click and drag to the right on Scale, and that'll make it bigger. Just like that. So now I have this video in front of Tartan. That's looking pretty good. Well, since he sets his hand on fire here, I better put some fire in there. So I'm going to go over to the left here, and I'm going to find this fire clip. Now something cool that happens inside of Premiere is that if you take your mouse and you put it over the clip and you kind of slide it back and forth, it'll actually play a little preview here. So that's pretty good. Now I double click to load it into the preview window, and I'm going to just select a small clip of it because I want it, okay, the starting part, and then basically he shakes it and it goes out pretty much right away. So I'm just going to select the first half of it, maybe about a second and a half of it, and I'm going to drag it down into video track 3 just like that. Okay. Now we want the video to line up right when he snaps like that, and so I'm going to take the footage here, so I line up the playhead right when he snaps, and I have the footage start right then. Now I need to adjust the location of this footage. So I click on the footage of the fire, go to Effect Controls, open up Motion, and I can just click on the word motion here, and I can actually bring the fire to right on his hands. I'm going to scale it down, okay, about 50% there. Okay, now that actually looks pretty good. It could be better because it kind of moves around a little bit. His hand moves, and especially right there. But just like that, it looks like the fire comes right out of his hand and sets it on fire. Now the other thing I can do to make this look a little bit more realistic is I'm going to go to opacity here, and I'm going to go to where it says blend mode, or it says normal, and I'm actually going to click on the word normal and select linear dodge or screen. Just kind of depends on what looks better for you. That looks pretty good right there. You can kind of see through the fire like you would in real life if his hand was really on fire. Okay, and I'm going to save it right here. So I'm going to go to File and Save my project. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to get it to animate around so that when he moves his hand, the fire kind of follows him.